Morning, 430 Psycho Accountability Club, 430cycle.com. 3-day challenge. Some of us keeping it going way longer than 30 days. What's up, Rod?
Morning, man. How are you?
Doing good.
Excellent.
Doing good. Working on book ideas this morning. Basically, just evolving in the whole coaching versus accountability, motivation versus accountability. Like, it's really a superpower.
Yeah.
It's like kind of glossed over, you know. It's like one of those things that's like thrown in. If like a coaching system has like 10 or 12 things to teach you, like accountability or time blocking is like, you know, one of those things, or it's like it is the thing.
Yeah.
Because you can fill in, you create a like in a framework, a lifestyle framework where you're holding yourself accountable to it. I mean, you can fill it in with anything. You can find anything, you know, that you can find so many things you could do. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. The accountability.
Tell a fable.
Yeah, accountability, discipline. We've talked about it before, but like with the coaching, I don't know. I think people need at different times their lives that can help, and they think they need that helps them with being motivated. But at some point, you just you gotta make a decision that you're gonna do something, and then with the professional and personal skills that you have,
I mean, a great coach just making like game time decisions and stuff like that too is like crucial. You know, my sport, like wrestling, you know, it was really about getting you to the mat. The coach was, you know, like giving you the framework that to put you out on the mat, and then it was all you.
Yeah, you're exposed.
I mean? Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just gonna explore thoughts and ideas, and this morning it's all gonna be working on book ideas, see if it goes anywhere.
But you, with the amount of time that you've, been in your career, that you've been, just working, your growth, I would imagine, if you look back, has there been any key coaching moment that's been, a game changer, or has it been more, professional and personal experience? And then, the number one thing that I always see is that time blocking and, taking action, is the key. But like, was there anything in particular with coaching that you're like, hey, this has been a game changer for me? Or was it a matter of like,
I hired a coach, restructured my business, and wrote a monster book around it, you know, like with full of illustrations. And so was there like, I mean, there were 80 big things, because when you build a real estate team, there's no guidebook, you know, like you can do it all different ways.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm interested to see what you come up with.
Yeah, I mean, I've got so many half-baked ideas of books. So this morning I'll bake an idea, some more. I don't know even exactly what I want to write about, but I'm just intrigued to research and think about.
Do you put aside? Is it mornings like this, and do you put aside, like, is that part of your creative time, part of thought time? Like, what? How do you determine that? Is it just now you're just at a point where you're like, hey, I need to put some time aside with my morning? How does that? Is it just something that just comes to you, like, or is it something where you've been drawn to it and you're like, there's a moment? Or
I mean, the first 13 months of getting up at 4 a.m. and working from 4:30 to 7:30, I wrote that book. So that the whole purpose of it was to write that book. And then it gave me one, and then Flynn was born. And then it gave me time to continue to do big work-related projects
yeah,
before he got up, and then hang out with him in the morning. and
Yeah.
then not do those projects in the evening. So no, I mean, when I got an idea, I'm just going to work on it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
even,
good.
I don't even have I mean, I have some basic concepts of an idea, but
Yeah.
there's probably a ton of stuff that's been written and talked about. But this morning after this call, in a few minutes, we'll just be working on um, more ideas. See if, I don't know.
Good. I mean, I just
Yeah.
find like maybe it's just where I am with my business and personally. I just feel like I am. The framework has just really helped me become. I mean, everything that we've talked about, but it's helped me just get more efficient with my business and clean everything up so that way that I have the time and everything. But I don't know if I haven't necessarily put additional time towards moonshot ideas.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that was part of the goal that I had behind this. However, um, it's done so many other things for me.
Right.
So maybe it's just I'm not there from a standpoint of
Well, that was the idea, like to get, something, whether you did it for 30 days or 90 days or kept it going, was to have a couple, like a big project or a couple
yeah,
projects that you could move down the court and across the finish line in the
yeah,
morning.
yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
which
Well,
might be
maybe
more.
I need to be more intentional. I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
it's the
you could do a laundry list of like uh, things that aren't getting done that are ambitious and would make a huge impact and difference if you finished it. And then,
yeah,
this the data getting. I mean, I do a ton of stuff. I probably save having an employee with the stuff I do in the morning, like
yeah,
work related stuff. But I still, like, I don't have, like, I'm doing SEO and I'm doing all that stuff, and I've been working on that for over a year. And um, I want to write my fourth book. I have a book that's like 80% written, but I'm just not feeling. I'm just not. And I'll probably finish it, but I'm just I'm just tired of the topic. Real estate teams. It's called Real Estate Teams Advanced Topics,
yeah.
and I'm just I don't have any desire to finish it because I don't have any desire to promote it. Like, I don't. I'm I did some
Yeah, I get it.
coaching for 4 years as a coach, and I just I'm not in the. I don't want to be in the space of trying to motivate people to do things differently than they've found it to do.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. Um,
Well, I just think it's also. I think maybe it's the industries, but I feel that I don't feel a buzz. I don't know what it is. I don't know how better to explain, but I don't feel a buzz about mortgages and when I say mortgages, there's never a buzz about mortgages except if there's low rates. But I don't feel a buzz about real estate right now. And byproduct of the real estate, of course, is mortgages. So in one way, I just feel like there's not this demand or growth in the space. For right now, for what I see that I'm involved with. For when I say, and I'm looking at it from, I just don't feel that when I'm out networking or socially over the last 25, 30 years, there's always something about real estate and there's a buzz about it. And there's ebbs and flows, but I just felt like there is not as much.
it's complicated.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
complicated. All the people, they're doing 10 deals a year aren't doing deals right now, and they're the ones out there, talking a lot about different things and yapping it up. The people that are like working on deals now, it's complicated. It's a complicated time. Like, so it's hard to talk about it unless even if you constantly update yourself on market dynamics and things that are happening. um it because of it's changing your business, the types of business that you're doing, which we're doing. We're doing more investor deals. We're doing more flip deals. We have other columns that we're building because the retail buyer and seller side is just down,
Yeah. Well,
across the
it's
board.
just
Yeah.
yeah, it's no longer. I mean, it's definitely not a traditional market. But I mean, you and I have seen it. I mean, it's a slight change in interest rates, or could be anything else. All of a sudden, there's a spike of interest. But yeah, I
Well,
agree.
that's what it is. I mean, it's what's going to unlock people to sell their houses when the rates get into the fives. You're not giving up your less than 3% interest rate. Um,
Yeah, I
unless
guess I guess that's kind of what it is. I think of like right now, there's this, this cloud of like we're in the doldrums, right? Yeah, the overall market is this doldrum because things just aren't moving like they traditionally,
it's tough.
things
Yeah.
aren't. What's that?
People are coming off their worst years.
Right. Which you know, for me, and I'm sure for many others that it's definitely an opportunity, but it goes back to like, it goes back to like the accountability. You just gotta, not just
Yeah.
grinding, but the accountability of sticking with, the action and being disciplined. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't fret during this time. I just know that you have to adjust, and I think athletes really adjust better than a lot of. I mean, you don't have to be an athlete, but I think athletes do adjust. And wrestling is just one of these things, I've always admired, where you're just exposed. I mean, you're exposed when you're on that mat.
Yeah.
It's you. So it's kind of like life. But
We got our son. We're getting him into a. It's like I think it's mixed martial arts training. Like it starts at his age at 3. We thought it would start. There's another program that we really like that starts at 4, and then real wrestling starts at 5, but which we'll get him into. But we are over our time. So
yeah, man, good
have a
stuff.
great day.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
See ya.